Stephanie Vane, I have a books. I'm a book fan. There's so many books. Hello everyone, today's video is going to be my November wrap up. I only read 4 books this month and I'm very upset with myself, but things like that happen sometimes, especially when you're like constantly reading and whatnot. So I guess it's okay. I only read half of War of the Witches, so I'm not actually going to discuss it because I haven't actually finished it. I hope I finish it in the next coming months, but that's not my goal right now. But this month, the first book I actually did complete, and you guys have heard me talk about this too, is Darkly Dreaming Dexter by Jeff Lindsay. I absolutely loved this book. But I also have a huge attachment to the show, and I think something that I really liked is the characters they chose were perfection. I thought they were great. So I kind of just fell in love with this because of how good they did the show. That happens sometimes. So pretty much the first book is the first season in the show. There are differences. There are things that happen in the show that don't happen in the book, but that's okay. Something I did truly love though is you're inside Dexter's head even more. And Dexter's probably like my absolute favorite villain or bad guy, I guess you can call him, because he is a serial killer, but I mean at least he only kills bad people. So I give this a 5 out of 5 stars. Truly love. The second book I read this month was a book I had no intentions to buy this month, yet I still bought it. And that is Bad Girls Don't Die by Katie Allender. I actually really like this book. I still truly liked this. I do have every intention to buy the second and third books, but that's going to happen later on. But anyway, this one is about a girl whose sister becomes possessed by a girl who died in that house many moons ago. But it was still very good. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. Of course, there's a couple things I would change. But I really liked, what's her name again? I forgot. Alexis. Yes. Alexis is actually a very awesome, protagonist. She's a teenager. And yes, there's a little bit of insta-love type thing. But I liked how they worked it into this storyline. I think, what's her name? Katie did a very good job of working Alexis's love life into this. But it also focused a lot on her sister and what happened with her sister. And it was very satisfying. So I'm very curious where this goes in the next book. And the movie to book adaptation of House at the End of the Street, which is by, because it doesn't say, Lily Blake. This was pretty cool because of course it's a movie. I've seen the movie. I liked the movie. And it was not disappointment. It was just a really fast, light read to just get through and get it off my TBR. But I did enjoy this, and I gave this a 3 or 4. I think I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. The last book I read this month, and I actually still have 50 pages or so left, and that is 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. I will be doing a review of this book very soon because I still need to finish it, and I'll probably do this tonight once I do finish it. But I was going into this book expecting not to like it. A lot of people were talking about how this is, glamorizing abusive relationships, or, he was a horrible person because he made her do all these things and he made her feel guilty for doing these things. And honestly, it's kind of set out in the beginning. He's a dominant, she's the submissive. That's kind of how the relationship works. He wants to control her. But I like him because he is warming up to her, That's why there's insta-love and there's all this other stuff. And yes, there's a couple of things that bother me, but it's not necessarily with the characters. It's just the writing style. E.L. James kind of was repetitive in certain things, but it wasn't enough for me to be like, oh, I completely hated this. It's a super fast read. I went through this like nothing, and I'm very excited to continue the series. I truly like this. I gave this a solid 4 out of 5 stars. And that is my wrap up for this month. I'm going to do a short TBR right after this, so you'll probably see this right after. But I like to separate my videos. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!